That truck's been sitting here leaking and looking abandoned. Someone needs to deal with it.
Ma'am, I'll assess the situation, but I need facts before I take action.
Sir, can you tell me why the vehicle's in this condition?
I can't clean it anymore, but it's the only thing I have left.
I didn't break any law, and I wasn't looking for trouble that morning. But somehow I ended up standing in a quiet suburban driveway while a neighbor argued with a police officer about an old truck, pointing at the wet pavement and insisting something about it looked unsafe. The officer listened calmly. The older couple stood frozen nearby, and for a moment it felt like helping had somehow turned into a problem. What that neighbor did not know was how this all started. Earlier that day, I was just pulling into the driveway when I noticed an elderly couple standing beside a Toyota Tundra that looked like it had been waiting a long time to be noticed. The truck was tall and heavy, built for work, not replacement. Its paint dulled by years of dust and rain, the wheel wells packed with dried mud. The running boards darkened where boots had climbed in and out thousands of times. The man stood slightly hunched, hands trembling as he held a folded rag, while his wife stayed close, one hand resting on his arm as if she were afraid he might lose his balance. They didn't ask for help right away. Instead, he apologized for the mess. In a quiet voice, he explained that the truck used to be his livelihood. He had driven it every day when he worked as a delivery driver, then later doing maintenance jobs for warehouses around town, hauling tools, parts, and sometimes groceries for neighbors who couldn't leave their homes. When his health declined, the work stopped, but the truck stayed, because selling it felt like giving up the last proof that he had once been strong and useful. His wife told me they still depended on it for doctor visits and groceries, even though she worried every time he drove. The windshield was cloudy, the headlights were dim, and the dirt made night driving feel dangerous. They couldn't afford regular washes or repairs anymore, and bending down to scrub the wheels or climbing inside to clean had become too painful. As they spoke, I noticed how carefully they treated the truck despite its condition, how he wiped the hood with slow, deliberate movements, and how she flinched every time he leaned too far forward. To them, this Toyota Tundra wasn't just a vehicle, it was security, memory, and independence rolled into one aging machine. I told him I could help, not to make it look fancy, but to make it safer again. He stared at the pavement for a long moment before nodding, and his wife quietly wiped her eyes. What none of us knew was that someone nearby would see soap and water and mistake it for danger, call it a risk, and bring a police officer into a moment that was never about breaking rules, but about holding on to dignity.